Week 12 PFT Power Rankings, courtesy of our good friends at Toyota. Oh, what a feeling. That's an old ad campaign from Toyota from back in the 80s. Oh, what a feeling for the LA Rams, still number one. Barely beating the Seahawks, but hey, a win is a win. And Chris, I did not ding the Seahawks for losing. I left them where they were. There is no punishment in that loss that they had. They could have / should have won that game. They overcame the 4 interceptions from Sam Darnold. They did not fall from number 6.
I like that. I think you should have left them there. I mean, like you said, the quarterback played horrible, and there they were with a chance to win the football game. They controlled the football game. They for the better part of that game, were the better team on the field versus the Rams. But yeah, the Rams find a way to win, and the Rams don't mess games up very often. And of course, they can make plays when you make mistakes. So I think your top 5 really, or really top 6. I just go, yeah, those to me right now are the 6 most consistent teams in the sport, right? I mean, we would have had Detroit, I think, or at least I would have had Detroit in that mix, but that was not a good look and a loss the other night, so I get that. But yeah, I feel you there, and I think your top 6 is correct, so I got no problem with it. My only question with you is, how'd you differentiate Colts, Broncos, Eagles, right? That's just a tough spot right there with those 3 football teams.
Well, I already had them in that order, and they won. The Eagles got bumped up by winning, and whoever had been number 4, and I can't. Oh, it was the Lions who had been number 4, right, so they fell out of that spot. Right. But it was already Rams, Colts, Broncos. Colts didn't play. Rams won. Broncos won. Broncos were already probably a little too high at 3. I feel better with them at 3 after they beat the Chiefs. So, it was more confirmation, and there wasn't a lot of movement. It was, kind of in the middle where it took some effort. The bottom third basically didn't move at all. So it's just figuring out those teams on the first page of the 2-page graphic, the top 16, the ones who are in striking distance. And if we can put it back up, I really hammered the Chargers for losing 35-6. To the Jaguars. Yeah. I dropped them from 8 all the way down to 16. I had to. That's almost a disqualifying loss. And I know the Jaguars are a playoff team, but it's kind of like what you said after the Bills lost the prior weekend 30-13 in Miami.
Dolphins, right.
Like, if you lay an egg like that, yeah, it's hard to come back from that. And it's happened. Somebody pointed out to me how the Cardinals had some ugly losses in 2008, and they still made it to the Super Bowl. Right. But they won their division with like a 7-9 record. But, it's a bad look for the Chargers. Right. And at least for now, they suffer the consequence of falling 8 spots.
Yeah, it's rare, right? I know there's some outliers of some teams out there who got their butts whooped in the regular season and then still came back and had a run in the playoffs or got to the Super Bowl. But more times than not, too, when that happens, right, it happens like early on in the season where it's like, okay, the 94 49ers, right? They got blown out by the Eagles, right, in like week 3 or 4. All right, I get that. It's rare to get into, hey, we're all hitting on all cylinders in the NFL right now, and we should be kind of in our best football mode. It's week 10, it's week 11, and we're a Super Bowl team that got our ass whooped and destroyed. Like that's a rare thing. That's rare. So I hear you. And, I watched that film too. That Jaguars defense was just absolutely pummeled. Justin Herbert, they were all over everything they did there. But, Mike, that's to me still the most fascinating thing about your whole power rankings in the league right now, right? Okay, maybe we have questions about the Bears at 7 still about how good they are, but they're winning football games. So you can't argue that. We know what the Bills are. The Bills are dangerous, but there's concerns and issues with their football team. I think we both think the Lions are still one of the better teams in football, right? But maybe not as dangerous on offense as they were in years past and everything that way. But that 10-19, 10-20 range there, right? When you go Packers all the way to the Cowboys, really? But also, even the Panthers there at 19, it's like a little bit, you don't know what you're going to get on a weekly basis. It's a little bit all over the place, and there's not great consistency out of any of those teams there right now, except maybe the Ravens over the last few weeks, who we both think will continue to climb the ladder as we go forward here. But that's, to me, the most interesting part of the NFL right now.
You mentioned that 49ers game against the Eagles. It was week 5, 40-8.
Right.
Splattered.
Right.
Splattered by the Eagles. They fell to 3-2.
Yeah.
3-2. And they only lost one more game the rest of the way. Do you know who they lost to?
Oh, hold on a second. So 94, gosh. I feel like they lost like a stupid game late in the year to like the Rams, right? It's like something like that. That's what I'll say, but I'm wrong, I guess. You're going to tell me the Vikings or something
Monday
like that?
night, December 26th, the Vikings at Minnesota.
In Minnesota.
At the Metrodome. They lost 21-14.
Okay.
21-14, but then it was the 49ers, not the Vikings, who successfully navigated the postseason, and the 49ers won the Super Bowl 49-26 that year. But it does prove the point that you can step on a rake from time to time and overcome it. I just think that's a hell of a rake that the Chargers stepped on in Jacksonville.
Right.
And look, the Chiefs are now off the top. It's got to be the first time they're off the top screen. I think it's the first time they're 5-5 this late in the season since 2015. I don't know what they're going to do next. And you know, they've got this game against the Colts coming up, and then they've got the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. I mean, I don't you know, I've been thinking for the past few weeks, this is desperation mode. They got to win, and the spirit is willing and the flesh is weak. They just can't do it.
I hear you. It's going to be scary. It's going to be dicey. I mean, yeah, you talk about that's the Colts, it's the Cowboys, it's the Texans, it's the Chargers the next 4 weeks. I mean, there's no given there. You can't just chalk that up. This isn't like Kansas City of years past where you just go, oh, they'll find a way, they'll win 3 out of 4. Absolutely not. Their defense isn't as good. It's not as good as it's been in years past. They're going to give some problems this weekend with the Indianapolis Colts, who had an extra week to prepare for them. That's going to be scary. Right? You can the Chiefs, they worry about stopping the run. They can't just stop the run. They have to load the box to stop the run. Now you play man-to-man on the Indianapolis Colts, and Shane Steichen's going to be fake to Jonathan Taylor, and guys crossing and going everywhere, and you're playing man-to-man. It's like, okay, have fun with that. The pressure is going to be on Mahomes and the offense this weekend. They are going to have to bear the burden of, we got to win the game, because I have a hard time thinking that their defense is going to be able to hold the Colts under 20 or 24. This Colts offense is awesome, and I think with an extra week to prepare, Shane Steichen will have something for Spags and everything there. So it's a big football game, and I don't think we should be shocked if they fall to 5-6. We shouldn't. This is who they are this year. There's problems with their football team. They need to recalibrate on both sides of the ball.
It is amazing. I'm already shocked they're 5-5. I won't be shocked if they fall to 5-6. One last point. Let's put up the second graphic, please, again, at the very bottom of the league. I got a question for you.
Okay.
Because the Raiders just seem lost right now, and it's a shame because those uniforms are awesome.
I know.
And the NFL is so much better when the Raiders are good. Next year, who's back? Pete Carroll, Chip Kelly, both or neither?
Definitely not Chip Kelly. 100% no freaking way, right? There's no way. I'd bet my house on that Chip Kelly's not back. So that's for sure. Your point about the Raiders, I look at it and I go, where do the Raiders go? I think they are the worst team in football. I think they're worse than the Titans. I look at them and go, the Titans at least have a few players where I go, damn, that they got a quarterback for the future. They got Calvin Ridley. I know he's out for the year right now. They got Jeffrey Simmons. They got a defense that's actually very good. It's just the offense isn't good. Like, there's some hope there. With the Raiders, I go, whoa, there's no receivers. The O-line stinks. The running back of Ashton Genty is going to Bustville as we sit here right now. I'm not going to say it's there, but the only thing they got on offense is Brock Bowers. That's it. On the defensive side of the ball, it's the same conversation. The only thing they got is one guy. It's Max Crosby. So, and I go, wait, Pete Carroll, 74? They need to blow everything up, free agency, draft. They got to kill it. Does he want to be a part of that? Because they made a team this year to just go like, hey, it feels like, hey, you're old. You don't want to be here for a rebuild. Let's just hit the ground running and see if we can make some waves this year. Well, that ain't happening. So I just wonder about Pete Carroll. I think it's 50-50. What do you think, Mike?
I have a feeling they're both going to be gone when it's all said and done. At the end of the day, Tom Brady is going to have a massive amount of influence over Mark Davis. Mark Davis has basically acknowledged that that's one of the reasons why he sold him the team, a piece of the team as cheap as he did. Tom Brady is going to be the guy that helps stabilize a franchise that needs it badly. And Devin McCourty yesterday tried to bait me into speculating that Tom Brady cloned his dog as a test run for cloning Max Crosby. I did not take the bait. But it wouldn't be a bad idea. Because if they had a few more Max Crosbys, they'd be fine. They just don't. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.